Hello, my name is Miguel, and today I'm going to give you a remedial or remedy for bladder infection, BFD. Alright, okay, bladder infection is often caused by germs getting through your bladder stream one way or the other and infect it. Alright, this is turmeric root. It's a very strong herb, or maybe I should say very useful herb. It is strong too as well. So you're gonna need a turmeric root, about half of a finger. Need a piece of, I'm gonna use a piece of ginger. And 3 to 4 garlic cloves. I'm gonna use a piece of ginger and mint. If you eat 4 raw garlic cloves every day, 4 times a day, for 3-4 months, it enhances erection. And it also protects your DNA. So ginger, so just cut about half of your finger, about quarter of your finger. Remedial that I'm giving you to as well. You would do it, you would take it 3 times a day for 4 days. For 3 to 4 days. Also, and one other thing. The signs of bladder infection is blood in the urine. That's also a sign for bladder infection. But let me first declare I'm not a doctor. So please check your physician first before you do any of these, although they're not going to recommend you use any of this stuff. But check your physician to see how serious your problem is. And if you're not sick, you don't need to take turmeric root. You can eat the meal or take the root in a tea or whatever once in a very long blue moon, like once or 3 times a year. Young people, you don't need to do this any at all. Young meaning from the age of young to 35, 38, the oldest. Unless you somehow got sick. But your immune system should be good enough to fight off any germs or disease that you get. So just strip and peel off all of these. I'm thinking as I go so I can say all that I know about this thing. The turmeric is good for cuts. If you get a cut, you can put it over it. It's a good antiseptic. Alright, so now that you strip these off, just rinse them off with water, fresh water. So now I'm going to show you the best way that how I prepare this. And two, another tip. So now you get one of these small grinder or grater and just grind it down and just shred it to pieces. The way that I'm doing this is you'll get the best result, or you'll get the best. Let's see if I can figure out this is. You can get the. I'm doing it so you can get the best from these herbs. I'm not gonna make any tea. I'm just gonna use it fresh so that you can get the exact enzymes That's what your body needs, the enzymes, the real life enzymes. Because if I believe if you boil it, it's gonna kill the enzymes. Just shred, shred, shred. Before I bought this thing, I found a stainless one, so this is really nice. I used to dice it with knife. We use a knife and dice it very, very, very fine. Just dice it fine, 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 as fine as I can ever dice it with a knife. So you just grate it like this. That was the ginger. And you just put them aside and keep it separate. The garlic, fresh garlic. Just grate it just like this. Make sure it's grated fine because you don't want when you swallow this, you don't want, I'm not so sure, but I know when anything goes in our stomach, the acid in our stomach melts it and break it down. But still, it's good. That's why we chew things before we put it down so that it aid our stomach in digesting. So break it down as fine as possible so that you don't, look, I don't know if this is true, but I always say if I don't put anything big in my mouth, it's probably going to stuck in an organ or one of my vein or something. So it's good that anything that you put inside of you, you grind it down fine. I leave the skin on. Like I said, I'm not a doctor, I don't know. But I believe that medicine is in the skin too as well. Just wash it properly. And I also do it with the garlic, but because this garlic was dirty, very, very dirty, and the turmeric stains, it's gonna make your fingers red for a little while. I always leave the ginger skin on. No, this is the grated turmeric root, the grated garlic, and grated ginger roots. Alright, now what I do is get some water. You're not going to drink plenty of water to as well. You're just going to drink enough water just to swallow it. Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to swallow it like a tablet. Remember now, this remedy is good for any cut, any bacteria, anything you want to put over a cut or anything that's bacterial, like affecting a wound or anything. It's going to burn, but it's good. Alright, so to separate it in little tablet size. I'm using two because I can swallow this, but you can separate it in three little tablet balls or clumps. And two is after you ingest. And now I'm gonna demonstrate for you. I rarely come on camera, but look, I'm gonna demonstrate. So just take one of the balls and swallow it. Just put it in your mouth and drink a little bit of water, just enough to swallow. Put it at the end of your throat, and then some way, somehow, just swallow it. It's gonna be a little bitterish, but it's okay. It's good for you. So you just do just like this and swallow it. That's it. Finish. Bladder infection is um, it's a very hard disease to fix. The medical field, I believe, with the medical field, that's all I'm gonna say. However, if you do this remedial, you will see a difference within a day. I guarantee you. You'll feel better and you won't see any symptoms. The only symptoms you'll feel when you have bladder infection is you'll feel discomfort in your bladder area, and you'll urine, and blood will be in your urine. Not the entire urine, will be blood, but blood will be in the urine. Either it come before the urine or after the urine. More like before. And I'll only say this for men. If some way, somehow, and men, If some way, somehow you're junk, I got the word off TV, you're junk, you know what I'm talking about. Slip and go the other way, that can also give you bladder infection. So just be careful, y'all. Just be careful. That's all I have to say. Nobody wants to deal with a illness or sickness. This remedial is you're gonna feel nauseous for a little while, but it's good nauseousness. You do gonna feel like you wanna throw up or you're gonna feel upset, but just for a little second. It's not a bad thing. It's just like taking medicine. So you just wait it out and try not to move up and down or anything. Just stay still. Wait it out for about 20 minutes the most, and then after that you're gonna feel like the most peaceful person ever. It is gonna allow you to feel calm because Indians use turmeric root for ages, for decades, for centuries to cure numerous illness and disease of any sort. Any kind of germs, like for instance, I'm trying to be as pleasant as possible. Like for instance, female now, if when you do number two and you wipe out from back to front, that can give you bladder infection. Best to wipe from front to back. I won't say much more. You just figure it out. And bladder infection as well is mostly female get bladder infection, although a few males do get bladder infection. Males get bladder infection by having sex wrong. Do you think anything you wanna think? And by reusing condoms. Not even wash it out and use it back same time is not good. So that's it. And bladder infection is not bladder disease, although it leads to bladder disease if you don't cure it and take care of it and cure it and clean it before it turns into cancer or disease. Although bladder infection is a disease is a disorder. Okay, to use turmeric is a blood thinner. So if you know you're gonna have operation or some kind of cut, get a cut for anything, don't use this remedy. And um, bladder infection will lead to kidney disease. So you gotta cure it before it get out of hand. And older people, you can take this remedy once in a blue moon just to keep your immune system healthy. Once in a blue moon meaning once a month. The older you get, the more regular.